The Big Show with Night and Day. Barista-made coffee just the way you love it from $4.50.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keezy.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Tuesday afternoon, the 9th of April, 2024. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. I reckon, fellas, we need to start a barber shop.
As long as that's all we're doing.
Yeah,
just doing
yeah.
the Night and
Night
Day
and
tune.
Day tune.
But I can't cut hair, Jase.
Hey, Mogi Stallion, how's life?
Pretty,
Day.
pretty tired. Pretty tired, actually. All daylight savings is getting me, man. I'm absolutely poked.
It was so funny, actually, that you mentioned that, because when we finished the show yesterday for the first time, obviously, it was dark when we went outside.
Oh.
And old Keezy got a bit spooked because he doesn't like walking along the streets by himself, so I had to hold his hand because he was like a little bit worried about being mugged or something like that.
Yeah.
It'll be all right, little Keezy. Old Hoodie J will look after you. Hey, Keezy. Hey, that's what happened.
Man, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Thank God you were there, Jase.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
It was quite weird, though. You know what I mean? To go outside
very weird.
and for it to be dark. And it's like, oh, that's right.
And it was
Yeah.
kind of
That
cold.
sucks.
And it was like, oh, here we go, winter. What's that about?
And you were going home to an empty nest, weren't you?
I was going home to an
Keezy?
empty nest, but more on that later on.
Yeah. We will be delving into the filth that Keezy got
No,
into.
don't say it was
filth. His wife was away. What else are we going to be? Oh, of course, we've got money to give away
We
with
do.
Wage Against the Machine.
That's right. That's coming up this hour. We've also got another chance to get in the draw to join us in Magic Round for the NRL in Brizzy. Later on, after 6, Pet Chat is making a return.
Yes, it is.
So if you've got any pet issues, 3483, feel free to text us. And fellas, I am a bit worried about a member of this group.
Yeah.
I learned something quite freaky over the weekend about a certain member of the Big Show, and I'd like to delve into that a bit later on as well.
Yeah, no worries,
Good
mate.
stuff,
In the
mate.
meantime, remember, you can text us on 3483. Give us a call on 0800 Hodaki or talk back us on the iHeartRadio app. Everyone that does that goes in the draw for a $50 Night Day voucher. Hey, where are you, New Zealand? What are you wearing?
Text us.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Tom Petty there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is exactly 20 minutes past 4 o'clock. Just a reminder to all our listeners out there, by the way, if you ever need to know the time and or the date and or the day, please feel free to text us on 3483.
Can I chuck in there as well the temperature and the humidity?
Sure.
Thanks.
Of whatever city you want.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Hey, fellas.
G'day, fella.
Last night, right? Bachelor night was so good. Do you want to hear about it?
Okay.
So everyone was texting through suggestions on 3483 as to what I should get up to on my one night off.
Yeah. And
Plundering yourself from
yeah, well,
it was
that seemed to be
mainly
the general consensus. Just hoe into yourself.
Pretty much making the bald man cry was the number one suggestion on 3483. But what I actually did was ordered a giant pizza, sat down in front of the telly, watched a few episodes of my favourite show I'm watching at the moment, finished that off. The show.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then finished off the old
Okay. The
pizza.
balding.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
and then played video games until midnight.
How is that different from any other night?
That's a really good question, Mogi.
Thanks, man.
I'll tell you. Pork mince.
Did you have pork mints or not?
No, the pizza was pork mince flavour.
Pork mince.
It was,
Right,
remember, it was
yeah,
pork
yeah.
mince and pineapple.
Yeah.
So it was like
Yeah.
a Hawaiian number, but with pork mince.
And this is what really surprised me that Keezy told me, actually, Mogi. He only ordered a half pizza.
Oh.
Well, I didn't even know you could do that.
No, it was-
Because I know what an absolute glutton old Keezy is. What a garbage guts he is.
Is he?
So I was really surprised that you only ordered half a pizza.
Well, that's because the pizzas are massive. They're like 20 inches. So I ordered a small one, or a half a one, because you can't eat 20 inches of pizza. I mean, you might be able to, Jase, but I certainly can't. So yeah, just did that. Went to bed at midnight. It was an excellent night, and so it wasn't all rock and roll. I had one alcoholic beverage, and I was like, that's probably enough because it's a Monday. But yeah, that's all I got up to.
Send this one off to the
radio
the
awards.
radio
Could you,
awards,
pug son?
pugs.
Yeah.
You're a rock star, brother.
Because I'm pretty certain, Keezy, that the listeners out there were looking for something a little more titillating than that. a little more. And it makes me question whether or not you're being totally honest with us.
What do you mean?
Why
would I lie about what I did on a Monday?
It feels like you are massively underplaying it because actually you went full filth. And now you're just trying to make out like you had a normal night because you said you made the house spotless the next day, which makes me suspicious.
The house is currently spotless.
You absolutely bleached the hell out of it, you said.
Yeah, I went through
You said you could run all the blue light over it you won't find a thing.
Yeah, let's just say 2 litres of Handy Andy. Oh, comes in handy.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Do what they told you. Do what they told you. Do what they told you. Do what they told you.
It's time to wage against the machine.
Winning in the game of.
Josh, you mad bastard. How's life?
I'm good, lads. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks, mate. Good. What do you do for a crust, Josh?
I work at a petrol station.
Oh,
Backbone.
massive backbone,
You're a
mate.
backbone.
You're
Do you get
literally
free-
keeping this country running.
Too right.
Do you
good
get
fumes as well?
Do you get free pies, man?
Probably unofficially, yep.
Yeah, good on you, mate.
Good on you,
Backbone,
Josh.
backbone.
Now, I'll just explain how the game goes. I'm sure you know already, Josh. Basically, we give you an hourly wage, and then you hang in there for as long as you can before the bomb goes off, all right?
It's not a bomb, it's a machine, Jase.
It's a machine,
He's
yeah.
waging against it.
Oh, right. Now I get it. Now I
Have you
get
not
it.
heard of that?
Yeah.
Now, Josh,
Winning in the game of.
your wage today is $50 an hour.
Ooh, I
Okay.
wish.
That's good eating.
Yep.
Yep. So you be very clear when you tell us to stop, all right, mate?
I will.
All right. You want to start? Shall we do this?
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the machine.
1 hour. 2 hours. 3 hours. 4 hours.
Stop.
Oh.
Josh, we're going to play it forward and see where it ends up, all right? Here we go.
No.
Oh!
Yes, boy! 200 bones. I'll tell you what, mate, you can take that $200. You walk into work tomorrow, you look your boss in the eye, and you tell him to stick it where the sun don't shine because you, my friend, you are rich.
I am out of there.
I
Get
tell
out
you
of
what, Josh, that is bloody great timing. Just like yesterday, fellas, literally half a second before
How
it went
good.
off.
I'm stoked with that, man.
Because I was pretty sure you were going to lose then.
Yeah, I was certain he was too. It's almost as though Pugsan is giving him the heads up before the game.
It was pretty
he-
good.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, even if he is, the guy say good on him. Bring it on.
yeah, good
You-
stuff.
Pug's deeply offended by that comment as
Yeah,
well.
he is. He is.
You've actually brought dishonour on his family, man.
Oh, wow.
And you know he is not going to be happy about that.
Actually, I've got something to talk about in that sort of vein.
Yeah, sure. Now,
But we'll do
listen,
that later on.
Josh, enjoy that $200, mate. You can buy some legit mince and cheese pies tomorrow, all right?
Oh, thanks, fellas.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah.
Stay down the line. Pakistan in Studio B. We'll look after you.
That's right. By the way, Wage Against the Machine is back. It's courtesy of our mates at Super Liquor. So if you
Cheers to that.
if you do get some cash, make sure you get it out the old ATM there. You look down at it and you say cheers to that.
Good on you. Just by the way, someone's texted in asking what the humidity is in Hong Kong. It's 71% at the moment.
Wow.
Yeah, so she's sticky,
Oh, is this Daft Punk?
obviously. Did you just drop an F-bomb then, Keezy?
I said no. I did not. I swear. All
wow.
right. Let's not do that again.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed. Soundgarden there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 4:43. Hey, now, fellas. Well, interesting news on the old TV front. I don't know if you are aware of the program Fair Go, Keezy.
Oh, that's
Actually, that'll be right up your alley, I would have thought.
that is right up my alley.
Yeah, that would be deep in your alley.
It would be deep inside your alley.
It certainly is, fellas. It's been on TV for yonks. Feels like decades.
It's a New Zealand institution.
It is, yeah.
And it's a ratings winner. It's been canned, Mogi.
It's gone, man.
Is that
gone
breaking
the way
news?
It's gone the way of the dodo.
Yes.
What'd you say?
Is that breaking news?
It's already broken.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a bloody shame, man. That is as you say, it's been on the TV for donkey's years, along the lines of your country calendar.
yeah.
Yes.
You see?
Your dog squad? Douche, 13 seasons.
Yeah. Your Brokenwood Mysteries.
Yeah, definitely.
Your Talk Back.
Well, basically any massively,
Well, I wouldn't say those are institutions.
massively highly rating shows.
Yeah, that's right. And it is so I don't know if you know this, Keezy, but what Fair Go would do is it would take anybody had something to moan about.
Yeah.
They'd go to these people who would then investigate their whinging.
And just double check whether Kiwis were getting a fair go or not.
Are you getting a fair suck of the salve or not?
Yes,
okay.
exactly.
I remember one episode when I was a kid and I thought, God, it feels like they're almost starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel here. But it was an old woman who complained about the amount of icing that was on iced animals, those animal biscuits?
Yes, yeah.
She was moaning about that. They investigated that. They got to the bottom of it. There was less.
Well, that's BS. I'm glad they finally got to the bottom of that.
They did. They got to the bottom. Nothing changed, but they got to the bottom of it.
Yes.
But of course, Jase, you and I had our own run-in with Fair Go.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Back in the day.
Look, whilst I massively respect it as an institution in New Zealand television, I have some issues with the program.
Right,
Certainly, with our personal sort of head-to-head with them, I guess you'd
So
put it.
you're not sorry to see it go then?
Well, I mean, I think, running a business is bloody hard. And I think they don't understand the damage that they're doing when they just go after you.
Totally.
And sometimes there's a reason why people have got businesses, and that needs to be taken into account as well. So you and I had a business, didn't we? We're sort of a tradie style sort of a business.
Yeah.
We had a work van and all that sort of stuff. It was called, what was it? 2 Boys, 1 Truck.
Yes.
Two boys, one truck. So we'd go out there with our tools and that. Say, for example, or old Mrs. McGill. She's in her 90s and she needs the cupboards in her kitchen fixed. So we'd go around there with our tools, etc., etc.
Imagine, if you will, Keezy, it's before the time of, what was that called? That hire a hubby.
Yeah.
We would
Right.
do it all kind of fellas.
Right, okay, so you'd go around, then you'd fix the cupboards, right?
Well, that was the sort of the thing. But I don't know if you remember, but there was a sort of a period where tradies were being hung out to dry, right? So there'd be hidden cameras put inside these houses.
Yes.
And often the hidden cameras from these TV shows would reveal that the tradies were doing things that, according to the laws of the land, may or may not have been,
Kosher.
Yeah.
Well, weren't they like going through people's drawers and all sorts of stuff like that?
All sorts of stuff, which is, that's none of our business.
Urinating.
Did wheeze in the sink, one of them?
Oh, yeah. That was a good one.
Sniffing was a big thing too,
right.
So we'd get hired, Jason and I would get hired by the tradies to go into houses to do things that were along the lines of that. And then see if we got busted, and then the tradies would know whether they could go into the house to do the same thing without getting busted.
Right.
Yes.
So the tradies would pay you guys to do that rather than just going and doing a job and not doing all the weird stuff.
Yeah, you got it.
Exactly.
Right.
So, for example, we'd go in there. He mentioned Mrs. McGee. We'd sniff
McGill, wasn't it?
Oh, McGill. Sniff the knickers, urinate in the sink and stuff. And then it was funny because it was a funny business because there was always that tense time afterwards, Mogi, where we sort of waited to see if we'd been sprung or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing is, we got sprung every single time.
Yes.
Right, so you guys were on fair go in that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the thing is, and we hadn't really thought about it, they couldn't tell the difference. And
They didn't know we were doing that for the tradies.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
right.
They thought we were doing it for us.
Right.
But I was disgusted by it. But, job's a job.
I wasn't so disgusted by it, but that's what we were paid to do.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, fair go.
Yeah.
Sad news.
I'm going to miss it. What was the name of the business again?
2 boys, 1 truck.
Such a good name as well.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
11 heads there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. Now, coming up after 5 o'clock, we asked the question, is it okay to put a tracking device on your partner's phone? Also, we have some serious concerns over one of the Big Show team that we need to address.
We do, I don't.
I do.
Yeah. Well,
Keezy does.
Keezy's got an issue.
It's
yeah.
deeply concerning, and I'm freaking out. I'm not going to lie. So we're going to need to delve into
Sounds
that.
like you're lying.
But I just said I'm not going to lie.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Why would I say
I
that
don't
if I'm
know.
being
I don't
lying?
know. There's something about the way you said it.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to lie. I swear to God, guys.
Well, put it this way, Keezy. If you're concerned, then let's have a chat, buddy.
Sounds good, man.
Because, you can just nestle under the old wing.
If you
of,
say wing and
Woody
suckle
J.
at the teat.
And suckle at the
No,
teeth
don't.
of old Woody J. Hey, also, your chance to get in the draw for the Magic Round
In Brizzy.
In Brizzy.
That's right.
So plenty happening after 5. Make sure you stay tuned.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Tuesday's going along okay. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Jeez, that's just so good. I reckon Night and Day should get in touch with us, and we should do that for them.
We do.
That should
We
be,
do it
Well,
every
I know,
day.
but it should be
we
like
do it.
it should be on everything they broadcast or
Yes,
advertise.
I agree.
Everything they sell.
And they
Do
could pay
do.
us like 100,000 each for it.
Hey, by the way, just on Night and Day, have you heard about how they've got coffees for as low as $4.50, barista made?
Yes.
Oh,
That's not possible, Kit. It's when you start lying. It's right.
I'm not
It
lying.
doesn't seem like it's possible. If it's too good to be true, Keezy, it's probably too good to be true.
if there's smoke,
People
there's
aren't
fire.
going to buy that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
But no, it's true though.
It's just.
You can get a hell of a caffeine fix for as low as $4.50.
What's the Pug Sun special? Have they still got that running this week?
They've gassed the Pug Sun special. Unfortunately, they've got
Have
rid of
they?
it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, it was too successful.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Running a Mogi special this week.
Oh, yeah. What's the Mogi special?
2 burnt
All you
meat
can get
patties.
is 8 boxes.
Of rubber joeys?
Oh, Jase.
Jase, come on, man. But yes, that is it.
I was going to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Tammy's.
Tammy's.
Yeah, it's that and 2 burnt meat patties.
Yeah.
And a slushy.
And a slushy. Yeah, good.
yeah.
Now, listen,
Tofu
next up,
flavour.
we're going to discuss something I found very controversial, i.e., tapping the phone of your partner so that you know their location.
Yeah.
I was shocked that one of the members of our team does that,
Yeah.
and I just want to get your gauge on it, Moki.
Well, that gives it away, doesn't it? Jesus.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Arctic Monkeys there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 12 minutes past 5 o'clock. Now, something happened yesterday, Mogi, that kind of shocked me in a way, and I'm interested to get your view on it. A member of our team,
Which team? Like all 4 of us?
our studio team.
It's the 3 of us.
Yeah.
And you're asking Mike about it.
Yeah. I just
Okay.
want to get his view on it, if
Okay.
that's
This
okay,
is
Mogi.
curious, man. I don't know who this applies to.
Anyway, his partner had gone away for the day. And
For the weekend or for the day?
No, for the day and the night.
Oh.
So he was having a bit of a bachelor do, and stuff. But anyway, he showed me this app that he had on his phone whereby
Tinder.
he could track exactly to the point where his partner was. And he said, check this out, Jase. Check this out, Hoity J. And he showed me this map, and it had a little pin in it. And it showed exactly where she was. She was out with some school kids, doing the bushwalk and stuff. And it showed me where she was in the bush. And I went, hang about.
Hold up, boss.
What's that about? And I didn't feel comfortable sort of bringing it up with him because I just felt like, God, that's a bit much, isn't it, in terms of like tracking your wife?
My wife.
Down to the exact pinpoint where she is at every moment of the day. And I'm not even sure she knows he has that.
Okay, well, let's just say hypothetically that this is happening.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it reeks of someone being a creep, of somebody being up to no good, so you know how much time you've got before your wife walks through the door.
Yes.
Yes. And I wonder, how you would explain it away as being necessary, if I'm completely honest with you.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good because I just needed to know because that was my vibe.
Yeah.
It was
Do you want to
like,
get my vibe?
Yeah, what would you say?
what do you
Keezy?
reckon, Keezy?
Well, I reckon just hypothetically, because obviously we're not naming who this person is.
No.
Or
I don't,
giving
know,
a-
I don't know who it is.
No.
Jase hasn't told me.
Well, and I did that deliberately.
God, that's good, man.
Yeah.
And it's not Pug Son, right?
No.
No, okay, cool, yeah. I'd say that for this person, perhaps it's a convenience thing. perhaps, he's in a secure relationship.
Oh,
with
he's making
someone,
he's making it very secure.
perhaps, and maybe she's got it for him as well. And maybe it's a funny thing that they do where they go, they check where they are.
I'm keeping my eye on you.
Yeah.
All the
I
time,
know where you are.
24/7.
Well, it was funny because this particular guy in our studio, I once admitted to the fact that every time I send my wife a text, I put kiss, kiss, kiss.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, that's a bit much. That's a bit
Just
overbearing. That's
three kisses from where I'm sitting now. It just seems like a lot of kisses.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not an idiot. I'm aware of the fact that these devices exist, that you are able to track your partners. It's just never occurred to me to do that. I just want my wife to know that she's free to be and do whatever she wants without old hoity Jay
Having
sticking
a
his
gaze.
massive honker in.
I think possibly the flip side to it that this person might say is, if she's got nothing to hide, why can't I track her every second of the day?
Can I also just say this person also might not necessarily be tracking her every second of the day.
But he can if he wants.
But he could if he wanted to.
That's the beauty of it.
100%.
Anytime I want, I can start my tracking.
Yeah, and also
Just keeping an eagle eye on her.
just from where I'm sitting too, can I also just say that it's not this person is not bugging his wife's phone or paying money for a special
No,
app.
it came with a bug.
By the sounds of things,
Yeah,
it
right.
sounds like they're just using a normal app that comes with every phone of this kind. What I'm hearing
That enables you to.
that enables me to
the
track my
movements
wife.
of your partner.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, can I just put it out to the audience on 3483, Mogi, if I could? How do you feel about that? I mean, would you like to know where your partner is every moment of the day, and vice versa? Would you like your partner to know where you are every moment
This
of the
would
day?
actually make a good big poll.
It
Can I say
would,
that?
yes.
You remember the old school big poll?
I do.
This would be a good one.
But as I say, I don't want to talk about who was doing
No.
that.
That's neither here nor there.
That's by the by, as they say. Let us know on 3483.
It's important we protect that person's privacy.
Yeah, totally.
Look, let me just put it this way.
Ironically, yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
his missus is going to be really pissed off.
Look, your secret's safe with us, Keezy.
Oh, thanks, man.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Faith No More there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 24 minutes past 5 o'clock. Previous to that, we were discussing the fact that a member of the Big Show team showed me a tracking device on his phone yesterday where he can pinpoint his wife wherever she is literally in the world, right down to, the exact location she's in. And I found that a little bit disturbing and invasive.
Right.
And so I put it out to the people out there. I mean, I'd never think to put a tracking device on my wife's phone to know exactly.
Jase.
She has her anonymity and her privacy and her right to live and be wherever she wants to be. You know what I'm saying, Mogi?
My wife.
So that's why I just wanted to get your thoughts on it and also the thoughts of the listeners out there on 3483.
On 3483.
Because I don't want to name the person that showed me that.
No.
Yeah, sure.
Only massive creeps track their partner's phone.
That's true. And I've got very limited knowledge of it. I only know of one person that does it, but that tracks.
Right.
That sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
Based on the little knowledge I have.
Well, the only thing that shook me, because obviously I know the person that has it on his phone very, very well, he was very open about it.
Yeah.
Well,
which,
of course, and so
yeah.
he should be. I mean, it's just an app that, first of all, it sounds like this person hasn't installed a special tracking app. It's an app that comes with the phone, all right?
Yeah.
That
I mean,
you can-
I guess
yeah.
what I'm saying is 100% of the people that I know that do it are creeps.
Right, okay.
All I can say, this is on 3483, all I can say is get a life, utter BS.
Oh,
Yeah.
It sounds like a boom. That's not something you guys would text in.
that sounds...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're not far off. Say what you like about boomers. They normally hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally. We do the tracking. Perfect to know when to start cooking dinner to make sure it's hot and fresh when the other gets home.
Yeah, and also to tell your mistress to climb out the window.
Yeah. This one's great, actually. I am a builder, and I had to tell my wife straight up I'm renovating a brothel at the moment. Otherwise, it would look like I'm there 9 hours a day.
Oh, right. So
She was looking on
his
her.
wife obviously tracks where he is
Yes,
all the
he's
time.
like, look,
yeah.
for the next month or so.
So
Yeah.
he's sort of swinging the hammer down at the brothel, is he?
Yeah, exactly. The old workbench. Apparently, some people use it to cut out comms. You don't need a text to be like, hey, how far away are you? You can just look on the app.
Oh, it's so hard, I know.
And the other thing I've actually figured out is because this person recently got their wife a birthday present. I remember this person doing it. It was a fitness
Something
watch
cheap. Yeah.
that matches to their phone.
Right.
Even if this person's wife doesn't have their phone on them anymore, you can still see where she is as long as she's got the fitness watch on.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So it's like a double track.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a double track.
Yeah, double track.
It's
Why not a
funny,
double
actually,
track?
because this person was telling me that they're actually looking into something. They're really excited about it, that Apple is coming out with new software where you can have a microchip inserted into the back of your wife's skull.
Right.
And then you can just, you don't need the watch, you don't need the phone.
Yeah, because often what would happen is, I can imagine that the wife would leave her phone behind or something like that.
That's right.
Or, like,
Turn it off because
shower.
they've got a feeling they're being tracked, so they turn their phone off, stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And it also comes with like a flashing light that you can stick on their heads.
Right, okay, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
So,
Do you know what the product's called?
what's it called, Keezy?
Hi, wife. All I can say is this person sounds like they're in a safe and secure relationship.
Right,
And
okay.
that they both agree
Very
to this
secure.
thing. Hugely secure.
Very secure.
And that this person's definitely not running an affair, is all I want to say on the radio.
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Here they come. Try time.
Holy cow, the Warriors.
It's the Big Show in Brizzy for the NRL Magic Round.
Is there anyone out there?
Let's go to the phones.
Yes, indeed. Let's go to the phones. I'll be honest with you, fellas. Very much looking forward to the Brizzy trip. I don't know that I'm going to do all 8 games.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, I am.
Even though I
Try and
believe
stop me.
rugby league,
Yeah.
I might miss one.
Really?
Well, because I've never been to Brizzy, so I'd like to see a bit of Brizzy.
Nah, you'll
No.
be all right.
No, you see the
Fuck
8
the
games of rugby league, 16
At Suncorp.
hours.
At
At
Suncorp.
Suncorp.
Yeah.
Right, okay,
You
yeah,
can
no,
see
pretty cool.
Suncorp.
Hayden, you mad bastard, how's life?
Yeah, good boys. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. What do you do for a crust, Hayden?
I'm in operations management.
Backbone.
Backbone, and you love your rugby league, Hayden?
I love it. Mad Roosters fan.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right, Roosters. So they're not doing very well at the moment.
Oh, yeah. It goes like that. My wife's a massive Warriors fan, though.
There you go. And would you bring your
There's a
wife
backbone.
if you were to win, mate?
There's no way I'd be going without her. She wouldn't let me.
Good
She
call,
loves it more
Hayden.
than me.
Yeah, good
should
on
put a
you,
tracking
mate.
device on her, by the way.
Yeah. Now, stay on the
sure.
line, Hayden, and our mate Puckson and Studio B will look after you, all right? Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
No worries,
No
man.
worries, man.
G'day, Belinda. How's life?
Hey, I'm really good, thanks. How about you guys?
Yeah, good, thanks, Belinda. What do you do for a crust?
I work in plumbing supplies.
Backbone.
Hey,
Backbone.
Belinda, have you got a tracking device on your partner?
No, I don't. No, it doesn't seem right.
Now, grow up.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough, Belinda. And who would you take with you?
I would take my partner.
Yeah, good on you, you massive backbone.
Yeah.
Good on
nice.
you. Will you stay on the line? And Puckson and Studio B will look after you. G'day, Jude. How's life?
Hey, Jude.
Jude?
Oh, hi, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. You're on your way home, are you, Jude?
No, I'm sitting on the couch listening to you guys.
good on
that's
you,
good.
Backbone.
Hey, Jude, what's for tea?
Cake and eat Scottish pie?
Yeah, good
Yum.
eating. That's good eating
Excellent.
right there.
And tell me,
I don't cook much.
That's the spirit.
tell me, Jude, do you love your rugby league?
I do like it. I prefer union, but I do really like league. But the thing is, my son is mad about it.
Oh,
there you go.
okay. So
Yeah.
you're telling us you'd take your son?
Yeah, he goes to the Warriors games.
Yeah, good on you, Jude. Well, I'll tell you what, actually, Pug's son,
Actually, Jude's son and Pug's son would probably get on really well.
yeah, they would actually. 3 ticks for Jude, thanks, mate.
Yeah, well, he's about the same age, I think.
Oh,
Pug's
right,
son.
okay, yeah.
Pug's son and Jude's son. That's great.
I tell you what, you stay on the line there, Jude, and Pug's son from Studio B will sort you out, no worries at all. I don't know why.
He doesn't like it, does he?
No.
Well, he's just worried about the way you keep saying Pug's son and it's getting more and more sort of pronounced with it. We just worry that we might have to cancel you again.
Right, okay.
God. By the way, I can reveal that the person tracking his wife was in fact Jase.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, Stevie Nicks there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show. Coming up after 6 o'clock, of course, Pet Chat. If you've got any pet questions that you want to ask us, then fire away on 3483 or go on the Instagram account.
That's right.
Also, what's on the TV with Mike Minogue. And we talk about bald men later on in the show as well.
That's right, bald chat.
Yeah.
So any questions around baldness or pets, 3483, everyone that comes through in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher.
So good. All that after 6.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night
and Day. Good, eh?
Yeah, so good.
Hey, have you guys heard? Nah, don't even worry about it.
Okay.
Have you heard about the podcast outro?
No?
So, it's
Yeah, tell
like,
us about it.
It's kind of behind the scenes. It's sort of Big Show
Is it behind the
filth.
scenes?
It's like R18 stuff. We do it after the show. Well, we do it before the show, and it releases every night at 7:30 p.m. So if you're like, man, I miss those Big Show fellas,
It releases.
it releases on the podcast.
Yeah.
You mean we release it?
That's
we
true,
release
actually.
it.
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not true. It releases itself
It doesn't
Does
release
it?
because
itself.
Pug sets it up to release
Pugs,
itself,
yeah.
Right, and then it just releases.
and then it's scheduled to release at 7:30.
Right.
Yeah,
It comes out.
it comes out at
Yes.
7:30. Here's a snippet of today's one. This is what we chatted about. It was to do with funny clips that you send your mates.
I used to send Keezy little Keezy clips, but then he got all toey on me.
I
and
did
said,
not get toey.
Don't f***ing send me that shit anymore.
That's right.
No, I didn't. You stopped sending them to me, and
Yeah,
I was sad about it.
And
That's right. I started sending you stuff back, and then you got annoyed at me.
And Mogi used to send us. I don't know if he did it to you too, Chris.
Oh,
Well,
Mogi, you sent me the
On
dirt bike
Instagram.
for sale.
Yeah.
The what?
The dirt bike for sale. And then you click on it, it's just like, oh, bro, you should buy this. And then I clicked on it, and it zooms out, and it's just a guy with his out.
Yes, that's a discussion for a future day, actually. And I should also make the point that old Keezy made some scandalous accusations about Pugsan.
He did.
Did I?
Which Pugsan was not happy about.
But you know what Pug sounds like? He's always in a hur of a mood.
It's true. You're not wrong.
Do you reckon he's
Gee.
okay, fellas?
Well.
We need to have a chat.
A
Chat.
shart with Pug San.
Chat with Pugsan.
Is this Tool?
Sure is. Tune, turn it up.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Everlast there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show. Now, we've brought this section back because it's by popular demand, isn't it, fellas?
Yeah, it certainly is.
People have determined that we bring it back. So every Tuesday after 6, it's Pet Chat. Pet Chat. With Jason Mike.
Do we still have the other Pet Chat sting? There was a different kind of a tortoise at the end there. Do you
I have
remember
no
that?
idea. Oh, that was from like
Back in the day.
2.5 years ago.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
not.
yeah.
no.
And actually, Kesey, you made a good point there. It should be Jason, Mike, and Kesey.
Yeah.
And me. Kesey.
Well, to be honest, I wouldn't mind just a and Keezy without the whole.
Oh, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it
We're
right.
going to do it
okay.
properly.
Yeah,
Is that properly, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
how
yeah.
people know you.
Hey, keep those pet questions
They're
coming
pouring in, man.
on 3483.
They always do,
Hot
Mogi.
demand is right.
Yes.
You're right. I don't even know why we got rid of this segment. Here's a question from Lee. Why does my dog spend so much time in the goat's paddock?
I haven't
Cheers.
seen your goat, but it
Fellas.
sounds like a bit of a hottie. A hot goat.
So you reckon the dog is really?
Maybe.
It seems
I haven't
crazy.
seen the goat.
Yeah, they
Most goats are ugly because of their eyes. They've got the devil's
Yeah,
eyes,
they've got the
Satan's
bulges.
eyes.
Yeah.
But they got the sweet little beard.
Yes, and they've got a very
Oh, goatee.
pert bottom.
That's true.
What does pert mean?
Well, I mean,
Sits up there.
sits up.
Ah,
Yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, it's hard to say. Without seeing the goat, I mean.
right. So
If he could
let's,
send us a picture of his goat,
Yeah.
so Lee, send us a photo of your goat.
Yeah.
and we can probably be a bit
Get
more definitive with
Deep
that.
inside my goat.
Here's a question from Ollie. G'day, fellas. My dogs eat all the dog food and don't leave any for me. What's up with that?
Oh,
That's from Ollie.
I think that's to do with the owners because generally speaking, like your cat's a selfish animal that would do that sort of thing, just eat all the food and not leave you any.
Right.
Generally, dogs are pretty good like that. Depends how much exercise they're getting. If they're getting a lot of exercise, they'll have a hur of a hunger on.
Yeah.
And so they'll just wolf it down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, is it, and this is an experience talking, is it weird that the guy's Ollie is actually eating dog food? Or
Not
is that,
at all,
But he's
Keezy.
not eating dog food. That's his problem because the dog keeps eating it all.
Yes,
Right,
there is
okay.
that.
So just hypothetically, if they were leaving him some.
I don't know if you've ever opened up a can of Champ. It's good eating, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's got veggies and all sorts, pasta in there.
Corn, etc.
Yeah.
Actually, I could imagine you
A
guys
loaf of Champ.
Remember that-
just chowing down on a massive dog roll.
Remember that great scene in Mad Max with Mel Gibson and he opens up a
Yes,
can of
that's
dog
right.
food and hose into
In
it?
fact, was that not Lethal Weapon?
No, it was Mad Max.
Beg to differ.
Actually,
Okay.
it does ring a bell. I think it is Lethal Weapon. But in Mad Max, they also eat dog food as well.
Yes.
Yeah, they
he
do.
loves it. That's Mel Gibson, though, so he loves it.
Yeah.
He loves dog food.
This
he always
is
has.
one last question here from Ben for Pet Chat on the Big Show. G'day, fellas. What's the best exotic pet to keep people away? Must be good with small children. Cheers.
Because that's a shame about that last sentence there. It must be good with children.
Yeah, because I had all these ideas, and when he said that last bit, I went, oh, God.
Baboons, because baboons are good.
Yeah.
But not
baboon.
with children.
Right. So
Terrible with children, actually.
can you even get an exotic pet that will frighten people and not harm your children?
That's what
I
I'm
don't
just
even
thinking
think.
about. Ooh. I'm
You
thinking
could go-
not a tiger, Keezy. That
No.
you cross that off the list.
Okay, well,
Armadillo?
do you reckon armadillos will
Yeah.
frighten? And are they good with
you know
kids?
what? A giant iguana.
Are they good with kids?
Oh, I keep
You know what I'm
forgetting about
thinking? Komodo dragon.
that. Yes.
Is a Komodo dragon good with kids?
Generally, they are very good with kids, but
Really?
they're quite freaky to adults. Yeah,
Right, okay.
yeah.
Just get a shotgun.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
David Bowie there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday evening. We're heading into winter. It's getting cool at nights and dark, and I'm less inclined to go out, which tends to mean that I watch more TV. So let's get into this, shall we? What's on the telly with Mike Minogue.
TV.
Sorry, fellas, I was out there.
That was really good.
Right from the very beginning, I was out. What did you watch, Mogi?
You've been out all show.
Last night I watched a show on Apero TV. You know Apero?
No.
Apple. That's Māori.
Oh, Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And it's because you get the show's on there. You get the first episode for free.
Right,
You don't have
okay.
to sign up, and I haven't signed up, so I'm just going through there blasting out first episodes.
Excellent.
And it's a show called Sugar. Colin Farrell as an old school detective gumshoe. You know, so it sort of feels like, although I think it might be recent, but it's certainly in that film noir style. It's got the voiceover.
Yes.
He's got the fancy car. He's a tough guy, but he's actually also a bit of a modern age dude, and it's a bit of a sookie lala, to be honest with you. He's trying to help everyone.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it's terrible. Pretty positive it's horrendously bad. There's some really weird.
But he's great.
Well, he's good enough, but I
Yes.
think I don't like the. I like those old school detectives to be just hard bastards.
Yeah, drinking heaps of piss.
But he's just got a bit of. He's just a bit of a. Anyway, the way that it's shot, the direction's sort of all over the place. I'm not sure if that means it's going to lead to something, some kind of a twist or something or other. But I'll probably end up watching the rest. So I like me a bit of Colin Farrell.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah.
No, I need to do a bit of a correction from last night, actually, where I
Okay.
talked about, I called it Outer Edge.
Because I Googled it and I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's Outer Range.
Oh, yeah, I know that
with
one.
Josh
Yeah,
Brolin.
Oh, with Josh Brolin. Yeah, I know the one.
Yeah. Incidentally, you obviously didn't watch Ripley last night, despite my high recommendation.
Well, I did. I got about halfway through it, and then my wife had a meeting, so we had to stop it.
Right. Did you like what you were seeing thus far?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
It was
okay,
fun,
good.
But one thing I'll say about Netflix is everything is just shot so badly.
Right.
So it's just everything's HD, full HD. There used to be cinematography, and that annoys me.
What do you
Yeah,
mean,
sure.
like depth of field and stuff
Depth
like that?
of field, that's
okay.
right. And everything's just in full focus, and everything looks cheap as.
I continue with Outer Range, and it's just getting kookier and kookier. Josh Brolin plays a sort of tough ranger who has his own farm. He gets into a bit of a battle
with his next-door
with his
neighbour.
next-door neighbour. A murder occurs between the sons, which is then covered up. But there's also this weird side story of this massive hole that's opened up on his property.
Sinkhole.
And it's just getting weirder and more bizarre, but still holding me. Still holding me. Good cast.
What's that on?
That's on Prime. Yeah. So check it out. Good.
So I just finished watching a show. It was 10 episodes. The action was magnificent. It was stylish. Wee bit of buzzies, but not too full on. Tasteful, you know. It was a 10-episode anime called Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Highly recommend it.
Cool, man.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Really good.
How many
I will
buzzies?
never watch that.
Oh, there was quite a lot.
Yeah, but how many buzzies do you give it?
Out of
5
10,
buzzies.
out of 10 buzzies, I'm going to give it 10. I absolutely loved it, and now I'm watching another anime from the 90s because I enjoyed how awesome it was.
Right.
And I've never really watched any animes since I was a kid, so that's regular anime, Jase, not anime porn, all right?
No, that's fine, Keezy. That's fine. Well, there you go. There's a bit of Stone Temple Pilots.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
MGMT there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday evening. Now, fellas, I got a bit of a question I want to ask you. I don't know if you've ever heard this rumour. The rumour that bald men are more virile. Have you heard that?
I have heard that.
Yeah. I'm curious to know if that's true or not.
It's based on testosterone.
Is that what it's based on? So what, men that have more testosterone lose their hair quicker?
Correct.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I see a bald dude walking past me and
He's
I think
giving it.
he is a massive rooter,
Yeah.
that's based in scientific fact, is it?
He may not be a massive rooter, but he does have high testosterone.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you see, I'm amazed I have a full head of hair then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, hang on.
And I've got like really lush hair.
Hang on. Just Googled it. Apparently, it's not the amount of testosterone that causes baldness. It's the sensitivity of your hair follicles. And it says here that the Medical Journal of Australia looked at virility levels in bald men, found there was no significant association between baldness and the frequency of ejaculations.
No.
So,
Well, I'm not saying that
But
bald men ejaculate
Yeah.
more than other men.
well, that's what virile means.
Yeah, well, no, virile means that they have a very high sex drive, etc., etc., and they go on forever and ever and ever.
It's not the amount of times you ejaculate.
Well, that's
No.
what this is just what the Google said, and Google's very rarely wrong.
Well, no, what Google said was their hair follicles are sensitive.
yeah, it's not testosterone that causes it though.
Right.
Just sensitive hair
How's your testosterone, Keezy?
through the roof. Why?
Is
How's
it?
yours?
What
Yeah,
about
mate.
you, Mogi?
Through the floor.
Is it? Yeah. I'm about I'm about a third testosterone these days. I
No,
used to
you're
be. I used to be full testosterone.
You're much less than that.
I reckon you're like,
I'm about a quarter testosterone
No.
these days. You,
You know
what
when
I mean?
you're in your car and your fuel light comes on? That's where you are right now. Yeah, I
I'm
reckon.
in the last bar of the fuel.
Yeah.
I need to fill up again.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's your Tuesday show done and dusted. Your plans for the night, Mogi.
Got a business meeting tonight, man.
Good stuff.
Going to do some business.
Yeah, great.
All right?
Is it going to be a sort of backroom deal or front
I'm
of
trying
house?
to take it back room. It'll start front of house, and then we're going to go back room.
Yeah, will there be sort of dark? Will the back room be dark, and there'll be a few drinks and some durries maybe?
Back room, no drinks, no doughs, but there will be a little bit of under the table work.
Yeah, will there be a bit of ass patting and sort of back rubbing?
Got fingers crossed, but certainly there'll be a shoulder rub or two.
Yes.
A pat on the back.
You look
squeeze
after
of the
me,
cheek.
I'll look after you.
A wink, wink, and a nudge, nudge. Yeah.
Okay, you
yeah,
scratch
good
my
stuff.
back, I'll scratch yours.
Oh, gross, Keezy.
Tonight, my wife's back from the school camp.
No, I can't remember because we talked about this earlier in the show. Have you cleaned up? Is everything tickety-boo
Everything
there?
is immaculate.
Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me, I've got to put the robot vacuum on right now.
Actually, just on that point, the big mistake that a lot of men make is they're over-immaculate.
Yeah.
So that the wife comes home and goes, oh,
Something's happened
Something's
here."
happened here because it's too clean.
It reeks of bleach.
Yes.
And everything's sparkling. That is how my
Yeah.
house is currently. But she knows me. She knows I'm a pretty
Why is the
honest
keypad
guy.
sticky?
What are you up to tonight, Jase?
Well, fellas, as you know, I won't be here for tomorrow's show. Got a bit of a sad journey to do tomorrow, and then
Yeah.
I'll be back on Thursday. So I'll be going to bed early tonight and getting up early so I can get on the road.
All right, well,
Good
best
on
of
you,
luck
mate.
with that, mate.
Thanks, mate, and I'm sure the show will be tickety-boo.
Oh, it'll be great.
Until then, you have a great night out there. See you later.
Bye.